Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. This is a general reading. Well, no, not that general because it is for Pisces Sun with Scorpio Moon or Rising. Since we're in Scorpio season, I wanted to do the Moon or Rising readings. I actually laid these cards last night, and then there has been one thing after another, coupled with this morning when I was going to sit down and do the reading, technical issues. Mercury retrograde, even, if I can speak correctly, is another 3.5 hours away. 3 hours and 10 minutes. So I'm going to try and get into this as fast as I can. You know the plot with a general reading. Timing's not absolute. Roles can be reversed. This reading has a past and a present, so it is either for you or it's not for you. If the past and the present make no sense, it's not for you. Don't try and make it fit. So let me bring the cards up without much further ado before a plane lands on the house or something. I'll do the big screen to start off with, because what I've done, if I can get my teeth in, is there's 6 decks. I laid them all last night. I don't know what any of these cards are. I did some not clarification cards, some general theme cards and one overall energy card. So the overall energy appears to be balance. And after the morning I've had, and bear in mind I'm Pisces, but I'm not Scorpio Moon or Rising, balance, 2 of Pentacles, is something that was greatly required of me this morning. But what the first cards are telling me is that there's something that you've cut out recently, or someone that you've cut out, and you feel the poorer for it. I'm urged to say, especially with this recent new moon in Scorpio as well, that you have to get rid of old stuff to make room for the new stuff. Looks like there's a positive new beginning coming for you, but it hasn't quite come for you yet. And I know you may be concerned that there are things that you are losing that there's no reason to lose. They're quite fertile, they're quite abundant. If you notice on this card, the perfectly healthy, let me get it the right way, the perfectly healthy green leaves falling away from the wand, but the wand is ending up in the sun. There's a whole new beginning coming, but there's going to be a climax to the stuff that's going on right now first. That's what I'm getting from those. So let's actually turn over the decks and I'll explain my layout. So here, get them the right way up, we have a relevant past. It may well be recent. It could be a distant past. It could be something from your childhood, from your teenage years. Heck, the way these readings have been going, it could be a past life. I don't deal in reversed cards, so please don't shout at me in the comments about turning the cards over, because obviously, it's just the way that I were holding them when I was shuffling them. So this central area here, this is the present, sort of recent present, almost here present, and present present. These 4 cards at the bottom are, well, 4 positions at the bottom are like the movement of the planets, like the astrological forces. They are trends, themes that we are passing through. And there's, like I say, 5 of Swords here. There's still conflict. And I feel like this is from the recent, well, it's the Tower. You've had everything crumble around you recently. But I do feel that is partly from your own actions. It was something that you felt was the right thing to do. Right, a future to grab or to avoid. And then straight out the Celtic cross, how you are feeling, how the world is affecting you or you are affecting the world. Strangely, we've got the world. That will no doubt make sense after I've been reading. Hopes and fears, and a pile for the final outcome. Two of spears. It's Game of Thrones deck on the top. So yeah, your work's not done. So at the moment, there's luck coming your way, whether that's good or bad. I think it feels bad. There's change happening. But I don't want to turn around and say that it is actually bad. What have we got? The World twice from two different decks. Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords and the Fool. Your new beginning has started. Yes, there's that climax to come from getting rid of the old stuff, but your new beginning has already started. The thing that you have cut out is already absent. Let's see what's led up to this recently. Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands. Right, so when this decision came to cut something or somebody out, it came quickly, but it was with advice. It seemed like it was the right thing to do at the time. You did receive a victory within it, but it's almost like you had to move. You had to certainly move on, whether that is socially, physically, but there is an influence of travel in there, because we had the Six of Swords, and it wasn't easy. It really wasn't easy, but you had a dogged determination to stick with it. It's almost like you were fighting to keep what was yours, and you have kept what was yours. You were in the right in this situation, but I do get the distinct impression that you wished the whole thing hadn't really happened. Well, it did, and you're better off for it. So there's a choice coming to you. And coming fast. There's a lot of activity around you at the moment. This is why I think you required that balance. We have the Eight of Wands in here somewhere. We've got the Eight of Wands again. TV tarot, it's the flash. You're going to have to think quickly. But there is an offer of wish fulfillment coming to you. We have the Lovers twice here. Just stick to your guns. There's certain things that you've cut out that will remain cut out, but only when you're weeding, or you're pruning rather. Gardening's not my strong point. But you cut off the dead growth. You don't cut off the healthy growth. There might still be an urge as a reaction to the way that things are moving so fast around you right now. There may still be an urge to cut things away. You've already cut away what you need to. Now's the time to start laying some plans with a positive frame of mind. There is a choice being offered to you, and since the Lovers is clarifying the Lovers here, there may well be a relationship in the offing, a fairly new one if there is one, but I'm thinking more that's choice than love, but we'll soon find out. King of Swords is both of these cards in the near present. You have got to stick. You've already been using your strength. You've got to stick to your guns. Ace of Wands, the Fool, all this new beginning. There was a Fool there as well. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Tower. But here, right, where I said recently everything has started crumbling, I want to say it started crumbling. You have cut away everything that you need to cut away. You don't need to cut away anymore, but the crumbling has not finished. But here with this tower, out of the, I forget the name of this deck, it's Anne Stokes Legends. I think it's Legends. I got the box down there somewhere. There's victory in this card. Definitely victory. Once everything has finished crumbling, you are. There was a Four of Pentacles here somewhere. You have got to keep looking after what is yours. You've already got to keep looking after what is left for you at the moment after you've cut this thing out. But there is going to be more crumbling around you. Just protect what you need and let go anything that hasn't. But there's no need to deliberately cut anything off anymore. You've done that, been there, worn the t-shirt. This may have started everything rolling. So yeah, there's still conflict to come. People haven't liked what you were doing, and it's almost like they're trying to make you feel guilty about it. They're trying to intimidate you. They're saying that you've done the wrong thing. You haven't. There is a beautiful choice coming ahead for you. There is a burden that you've taken on by doing this, but you knew this. You knew this going in. You knew this the moment you said, get out, or I'm not doing that, or I'm leaving, whatever form the cutting away form. But you have been exercising your own power. There are a couple of things that you are still blind to. So there's a couple of consequences that you haven't quite twigged yet. And that is why the crumbling is still going on. But change is definitely upon you. Stick to your guns. Don't be tempted by you can mend it this way. You can mend it that way. You can mend it the other way. You don't need to mend it. You need to let the rubble fall and see what is left, because there is all of this is going to end up in your favor. So yeah, of course you're going to feel some pain about what you've lost. But if you've been thinking fast enough, then you will have plans to deal with what you've needed to deal with, because you have taken the point of protecting what is yours, or protecting what is yours that is important. To see that the decision, that the result is in your favor, will take, it will feel like an age. It's like you're taking some time, but it's to give you the wisdom of understanding your actions, because everything seems to be, another Eight of Wands here, everything seems to be happening in fast bursts. So you've got the Hanged Man with the Eight of Wands. So you've got a waiting card with a motion card. And the Lovers again. I'm really quite positive about this Lovers card. When you are called to make decisions, you're going to have to make them quickly, but there's going to be space between each of those decisions. Right now, balance, stand back, just look at everything that is happening, because there are consequences to the actions that you have taken that are not yet apparent, but they will be. And there's going to be a little bit of you going, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want that to happen. Tough. To be honest, tough. But it's you're not going to lose anything that's bad. There's now this Four of Cups here, I don't feel particularly positive about it. There's people who are coming to you with solutions, like I was saying here with Seven of Cups. Most of them have their own agendas. But there is some help that you are receiving, but beware of the cost of that help, because you do really have everything that you are needing to carry on. You don't need external assistance right now. You just need assistance from, not even assistance, support from those that are around you. And I believe that those that are around you have shrunk in number because of what you've done. And that's a good thing. You've just got the people with you that you need. You haven't got any extraneous. But You might not see where this is headed at the moment, but it is headed in a good place. It is headed to a whole new beginning. But balance is required. Don't waste time regretting what you've already done. It's spilt milk. You can't do anything about it. And like I said, you had done the right thing. Happiness is on its way. As a result of what you have done, happiness and commitment is on your way, is on the way to you. Not on your way, on the way to you. And yeah, you've got to work, but your dreams are slowly taking shape. So by the sounds of it, you don't know where you're going right now. You knew where you was going, and you took that first step, cut somebody or something out. Everything started crumbling. You're going, oh my God, what have I done? Let it crumble, let it fall. No, you don't know where you're going at the moment, but you soon will. You're being picked up and guided along. When the decisions are required of you, you're going to have to make them fast. So you need to spend quite a lot of time when decisions are not being required of you that moment of standing back and watching. That's all you've got to do. Watch, take it in, think about it. Because you feel like you're juggling everything at the moment. But there's definitely somebody who is assisting you with this, or somebody that you have done this for. There is maybe a relationship vibe that you've done this to be with somebody, and you are hoping for a new beginning, and you have got the drive for that new beginning. Don't let that drive falter because of those things that you have lost. Because the vague dream that you have, TV tarot, Magnum, you know, it could be a bit woolly at times. The dream that you have, you don't quite know all the ins and outs of it yet. You know, I want to go in that direction. I don't know what's there when I get there, but that's the direction I want to go in. And that's what's happening to you at the moment. But there is somebody who you are ushering with you, and that's a good thing. That is a really good thing. Right, so other people are seeing that you're in pain, that you seem to have broken you seem to have broken your world, and that you are alone in the midst of all of this. Not everybody is happy with what you have done, and some people are thinking that you've bit your nose off to spite your face, or that basically you're a bit of a dick. But you're not. So don't let those attitudes get to you. It is going to take a lot of work, and anyone looking at you knows that it's going to take a lot of work for the rebuilding, but you can't start rebuilding yet. It hasn't finished collapsing. So you're worried that you're just going to have to leave everything behind, that you're going to maybe have to leave to a whole new place. You're worried about the pain that this is causing you, and have you made the right choice? Yes, you have. No more lies. Whatever you cut away was based on lies that I feel that you found out. The lies are coming to an end. You needn't worry about that. You're going to have a more loyal dream for you. You're going to have a more stand on your own 2 feet dream, whereas before maybe you were, I don't want to say in a codependent situation, but there was, if I dare say it, too many cooks. So yeah, there's plans to make which you can't make right now. You can't do it. There's still news to come to you, but you have got a vague sense of direction of where you're going. And yes, there's work to be done. It will be a burden, but you have got to be wise, King of Swords. You've done the cutting. You don't need to do any more cutting. Things will fall away naturally, as we saw with this original Ace of Wands. Things are going to fall away naturally. And that's fine. Even though some of them are going to make you go, oh, I didn't want that to go. But it's fine. You're ending up in a better place. Just use your wisdom now. Like I say, a lot more of just stand back, watch, listen, learn. Don't do anything until those moments of decisions. You will know the right way to go when those decisions turn up. There's one or two decisions you've already made in that headspace, and you're now thinking, oh crap, have I done the right thing? Yeah, you have. You really, really, really have. Be aware of being distracted by false offers, because false offers, offers that can be coming in the near future, someone's got their own agenda, as we saw here. But you have got the ability to grow out of what has happened here in a good way. And yeah, there's a lot more independence coming to you, or at least a lot less codependence. So that's quite interesting, because let me see, it's it must have been 16 to 18 hours ago that I laid these cards, and there has been one obstacle after another after another. So it's quite interesting that it's taken so much to deliver this reading. You are on the right path. The new beginning is starting, but the breaking up of everything old has not yet finished. So let's have a look at the Oracle cards. From an angel oracle, the angel prince of the south, I let go of all pain and tension as I float in the sea of divine love. Those things that are passing away, let them. Let them. That's fine. That's what they're supposed to be doing. That's where you were supposed to be led to, because you are being led to new beginnings. Stand back and wait for those decision points. You will be guided, because nothing yet is set in stone. Punishment, as we saw by lots of justice cards here, will occur. Not for you. It's not punishment for you. It's really, really not. You are being encouraged and to... Is this a family issue by any chance? Awakening ancient wisdom, and it's making me immediately think of family issues. So either the dream that you're going to is something that your family has a history with, or, sorry, camera looked like it was shut off there for a second. I nearly crapped myself. Or what you've cut out has been a family thing. Endings and beginnings, Kali. So yeah, we've said that you're at the precipice of a new beginning. The new beginning has already started, but the ending hasn't yet finished. So one has to make room for the other. Be compassionate now. You've done the cutting. You don't need to do any more cutting. And yes, it's going to take strength, because you've taken on quite a burden by what you've done. This whole standing on your own 2 feet, you've got a lot more responsibilities than the average bear. But you are in a time of rebirth. Forgiveness. And I believe that this forgiveness is for you. And I want to say it should also be for people who were misled. Whoever you've cut out, that was because they were a source of lies. Other people may have believed those lies, but they were not lying. They are not responsible for having been led down the garden path. Maybe they should have been a bit more aware. Maybe their eyes should have been a little more open, and maybe they should have realised they were being lied to, but they didn't, and they don't necessarily mean harm now that they found out the truth. People are going to come together with you, the people that matter. You are creating your own heaven. It's going to take a lot of work. Heaven was not built in a day. The earth might have been 7 days. Heaven exists in eternity. It's still being built right now, and it's always been built. But it's time for you to jump. You will know when those decision points come up that it is time for you to jump. So, good luck.